biggest fraud in financial history double in price with a single comment yesterday. Think about that.
And I got liquidated.
And most importantly, Rand got liquidated. Patrick, what do you think of all of this?
Well, I don't know how I can follow that. I mean, things are looking good. Obviously, I'm much smaller than you and Rand, but yesterday was the biggest day on my YouTube channel since early 2022. So definitely, I think that's a signal that people are starting to come back. Another signal I saw is if you think of crypto Twitter as a circle, then finance and money Twitter are kind of concentric circles that are around that. And I've had multiple freelancers I work with who aren't normally into crypto, but are obviously tangentially aware of it, reach out to me in the past day asking if the crypto bull run.
Damn it. I guess saying yesterday I haven't gotten a single call. I was saying yesterday I haven't gotten a single call. My mom hasn't called to check in and see if it's time. Nobody.
Maybe this is a top signal. Hopefully, if he is listening, doesn't matter. But my video editor DM'd me yesterday to ask which coins he should buy.
I think that's the local. I think it's the first sign, and that's exactly why it bounced from, got rejected at 38. Right.
Six more to go. Six more cycles to go before the top.
That's right. My last year, the dead top, or last cycle, the dead top was when I sat down to get a haircut. And the guy asked me about Ethereum. Literally, like, you pronounce it Ethereum, and asked me if it was a good time to buy it.
Jeez.
Wait, that's not the way it's pronounced? Yeah, thanks.
I think maybe that's the medical official terminology for it.
Now
Ethereum is going to pump.
Yeah, it's urethra is how it's started. It's sister pump.
By the way, Donish, Matt Hogan, I see you guys in the audience. I'm trying to invite you up if you can make it, but you might have to request for some reason. I don't think it's going through.
Is this going to become another crypto?
No, they were invited. Well, it could be. Do you mean Dan? I was joking that yesterday you were Ron, and he was Dan. Yeah. So for whatever reason, or whether that was yesterday or 2 days ago, I want to still put this entire crypto move into some context, and then dive more specifically, obviously, into the Ethereum part. Peter Cheer, what are you seeing like on the wider macro, and where is this fitting in context? Because to me, it feels like we're completely untethered here and having our own party. Peter, I can't. Can you guys hear Peter? I don't hear anything, but I see his mic.
I don't hear Peter. I think he's not.
Can you hear me now?
Oh yeah. I thought that Gary Gensler had muted you.
Perfect. Having some technical issues. Let me just. I think a couple things are going on the macro side. Good for crypto. You had ICBC got hacked yesterday, right? So Treasury trading was potentially impacted. You've got the Fed that's losing control, deficits losing control. You've got two wars kind of going on. So I think you're seeing a lot of reasons for people to kind of reach out to that. And treasuries just do not feel like the flight to safety asset they once were. So I think people are pushing into other alternatives. I would say, though, I still haven't seen a huge interest in institutional people yet. Like you're picking up a lot of people in these chats. I have not gotten that big spike in people kind of wanting to talk about crypto yet.
Isn't that good?
So
I lost Peter again.
I can't hear you. Can you?
Yeah, I was gonna say it's one of those moments I can't tell where I'm having issues or somebody else, but I think Peter had an issue there. I mean, I think it's good news.
I think one thing to point out, you may say that the institutions aren't in yet, and I think I agree with you, but important to note that we did have the flip in capital. We haven't even scraped the surface, but encouraging to know that the institutional market is now more responsible for leverage than the retail market.
And we got to see 400 million of that flush yesterday, right? Which I think was kind of the story of that move. 400 million is not actually that huge of a day for, we used to see, I think in the FTX days, there were days where it was $1 billion and open interest was flush. But I still think it is notable that we have that flippening. It means that there are institutions that are looking to trade this. I think that's a nice segue into what's happening with Ethereum, right? I can personally say I've been very bullish on Ethereum bottoming for quite a long time. I write about it constantly in the newsletter. I get angry maxis with 3 followers and laser eyes screaming in my comments every single day about how I'm a shitcoiner. That's a good signal that Ethereum was starting to bottom. We had Ethereum oversold on the weekly for only the 4th time in history on RSI versus Bitcoin. And I just think we reached a fever pitch of irrational hatred for Ethereum. I think JP Morgan wrote a whole thing about being disappointed in Ethereum after the move, that there had been no real movement. Those are all my favorite signals. But yesterday, obviously, we saw Ethereum, we saw first conjecture that Ethereum, that BlackRock was filing for an Ethereum spot ETF. It was basically registered in Delaware. And so 7 days before the Bitcoin spot ETF was announced, they had registered in Delaware. So people said this is in advance. Then it was confirmed by NASDAQ later. Obviously, we saw this large move in Ethereum to the upside. A few quick takes and then to the panel. I think that there's a lot of people.
Scott, I don't know if you can hear me.
Go ahead. Yes, I can.
I don't know if it's just me, but you're cutting out. Is it just me that's cutting out?
And you're cutting out for me. I can try to switch phones a minute. Am I cutting out for you guys? Thumbs up, thumbs down?
Just Mario's cutting out for me.
Okay, so you guys can hear me. That's good. What I was going to say is that we've had this narrative with Larry Fink, obviously, kind of on the roadshow for crypto at the moment. And he keeps saying crypto rather than Bitcoin. And a lot of Bitcoiners, I think, have pointed out that he can't officially say Bitcoin, so he says crypto. But I think we can put that sort of narrative to bed. BlackRock in his annual letter in March, he talked about tokenizing assets. We know that this isn't just about Bitcoin for him, but the fact that BlackRock now is following ARK and others for an Ethereum spot ETF means that this isn't just about Bitcoin, I think, and that Ethereum could be the next narrative. So I guess the question I'm posing, Matt, I'll ask you first, obviously, you're my go-to ETF guy. How big of news is this to have BlackRock joining the party with you guys?
Yeah, absolutely. Great to be here. It's really big news. I think there was this speculation on whether BlackRock was Bitcoin only or crypto, and this ends that speculation. They're clearly crypto. They're doing Bitcoin. They're doing Ethereum. If and when we get futures contracts on other assets or get more regulatory clarity, they're probably going to move down the chain. I think this is just a major signal that crypto is moving into being a mainstream asset. And the other thing about Ethereum was before all the ETF craziness, it had a separate and really exciting bullish narrative around the rise of layer 2s and the monthly active user counts there and the advent of scaling and the upcoming upgrades of the blockchain and all the excitement around tokenization. So you're sort of getting, 2 major bullish catalysts pushing it forward. Makes me really excited for ETH. And I think it was a really big day yesterday. Maybe not surprising in retrospect, but it wasn't clear where BlackRock stood until yesterday, and now I think it is clear, and I think it's a major positive signal for crypto.